야. 저기 들어가네. 아, 이거를 패스하네. 와, 쩐다. 아, 잘 뚫었다. 오, 쉣. 이걸 지네, 이렇게. 아, 기회였는데. 추격 아티스트는 뭐지?
Alright, DJ, let's get to work. Now here's what we're gonna do.
아, 뭐야. 나 달려야 돼? 아이고. 아, 이거 어떻게 막아요? 오케이. 들어가네. 아, 이거 좀 연습 많이 해야겠다. 블락 타이밍을 알아야겠어. 이거 배치 이거 딸까? 추격 아티스트? 우와. 아, 야, 이거 따자. 이거 배치 좀 따기 쉽겠는데?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. Let's just say it's been an impressive start to the season for them.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
NBA. 이거 좀 중요 경기네요. 이건 이겨야 되는 거네. 하긴 여태까지 이겼지만.
Hey, boo-boo. Hi, DJ. I don't want to scare you. There's a kid out there with a giant cutout of your head. Just thought you should know.
Boo-boo, I see this all the time.
Well, yeah, at home. This is the first time you ever seen one on the road, right?
Guess, I don't know.
Look, I just want you to be aware so that way if you look in the stands and see a silly mug staring back at you, you won't get scared. I mean, it's not like you got a pretty face like old boo-boo.
Right.
우와. 캔들이 남아네.
The home of the Celtics is sold out and noisy inside here. And with...
Well, Kevin, Klay Thompson.
Thanks, David. That's the mindset you have to have. In the end, winning titles should be the ultimate goal. And Kevin, you've recently gotten a chance to do more TV. Your show, Area 21, has been tremendous, and the critics love it. Talk about this chapter of your career.
Well, it was something that I wasn't planning on, but, Turner brought me a great concept, and it fit the mold of what any man can.
James, he's checked in for Al Horford. And the Warriors also making a change. DJ is checked in for Pachulia. Well, the fans out there watching this, Kev, can you talk about why it's so incredibly difficult to win an NBA title, to become a champion? Why is it such a tough process?
Well, just imagine having a goal and you're not pursuing the goal by yourself. Say you and somebody else.
Relying on somebody else.
Relying on somebody else, okay? So let's just say you and someone are doing something, walking up a hill. Y'all getting ready to go walk up a hill. Well, the speed in which you want to walk at might be different from the other person. And what you realize about when you're trying to reach any goal is that you have to be connected, you have to be understanding of, we're going to walk up here together like at this speed, like this, or we're going fast, we're going slow. It has to be a great level of communication and understanding. At the same time, you have to have the same work ethic, because you have to understand you're together. And you don't get to go at this level and leave someone behind. You have to actually, if you got to pull them, you got to keep up, whatever it is. All this goes into trying to win.
It sure does. That's right. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. Durant is out there with DJ, and it's Green in at the 5. Morris is checked in for the Celtics. Rozier comes in for Smart. Traps in the tray. Irving's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Celtics. Kevin, when you're talking about influences, you mentioned Chris Webber's name a lot.
Yeah, C-Web was kind of, he and Stacey Augmon was at a time where I was trying to find myself as a player.
Search for a roadmap, maybe, who do I most resemble?
Not only that, but just some direction. At the time I was a big who had handles, and if you know anything about Southern coaches, they don't want their big handling the ball. So you get the ball up to a guard or whatever. It wasn't until I got got to Chicago to where the scouts or, you know, people were able to see like, wow, this big can actually handle the ball. He has handle a little bit. And then my high school coach would actually make me bring the ball up to show off and showcase.
No kidding.
I hated it. I was like,
yeah,
oh my God,
but look at what happened,
bring the
right?
ball up. And he knew that turning, I could handle it. I was like, oh my God, I hated this. And he knew I would go and dunk him on. I was like, man, I don't want to shoot. He was like, no, bring the ball up. Anyways.
Here's Wells. And a miss there on the triple. Celtics trail by 4. Kevin, you were always known as wanting to play and always wanting to practice. You were a gym rat. What did you do when a coach would ask you maybe to take a breath? Let's sit out this game. Let's rest up. Would you welcome that? Would you just say, I'll let you know when I can't go? How would you handle that situation?
You know what? I've always asked the coach to respect the way I get ready for games. I've always asked him to respect the way I approach the game. I've always asked the coach to respect me and my expertise of knowing my body. I'm very, very vocal. Listen, if one person needs rest and it's me, I know how to raise my hand. I know how to say I need some rest. But, you know, I'm a person who likes to push through a lot of things. I'm a person who understands rest, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I'm a person who understands that practice makes perfect. And if I can work on something for as long as I can to make something better, because I know at the end when I need it, especially when I used to call it dial up. When I call, I need the answer.
Kevin, when you entered the draft, no player had made the jump from high school to the NBA in 20 years. And what were your emotions when your name was called number 5 overall?
와, 진짜 어비는
17 years old.
말도 안
17,
돼.
just turning 18 at the time, I was in like a whirlwind, to be honest. A lot of people don't know it's a lot of stuff that goes up into the draft. You know, things that I wasn't aware of. You're training twice a day. You know, you're trying to get ready for the combine. You're trying to get ready for pre-draft. You got to do workouts. This is all new to me. On top of still going to high school, trying to, you know, graduate and stuff. So I figured it out. I hustled and I bustled and I juggled a bunch of different things. But once your name is called, it's almost like the culmination. It all comes together. It's a special moment for just you and your family and your loved ones and ones around you. And when my name was called, it felt like the world had stopped and everything was going very slow.
Morris against Iguodala. Puts it up from 15, and again it's Boston converted. And KG, so great to see you. It takes me back, it really does.
A lot of people don't know, man, we got real original ties, man.
Back to the beginning.
95, man, my original man right here.
Here he was, man. You were a thrill a minute, I'll tell you that.
Man,
a thrill a minute.
Now look at us. 21 years later, dog. Man, can you believe
We're still
this?
standing.
We are.
아, 이게 리바운드가 안 돼? 나 여기 와서 하는 게 없네 지금?
And here's Morris for 3. David West grabs the miss.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Celtics.
And their offense centered around the 3-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
I think part of what makes DJ special, guys, is his commitment to the game, right? He wants to be the best player he can.
Nick Young's checked in for West. Here's Morris. Passes it to Rozier. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Screen by Young. Iguodala outside. Here's Livingston. And DJ throws it down.
Nice.
Boy, Kev, how good is it to see DJ work that hard to get into position for an offensive rebound? Really pays off for him.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
Here's Larkin. He's covered by Livingston. Young against Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. Kept alive by Boston. Rozier. Not enough on that one as it misses. And here is Wells. The 15-footer, good. And it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
And Wells really has a firm grasp on that mid-range area of the floor, capable of hitting these shots in bunches.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And here's DJ speaking on the guidance he's received from Shammy Wells.
Well, more than anything this season, Shammy's been a real mentor. Ever since I first stepped foot in training camp, Shammy claimed me as his rope, and he's been teaching me the ropes ever since. I mean, yeah, he likes to have fun with it, but I really feel like he offers a unique perspective in the league, and I've learned a lot from him since. So
you get the feeling that Shammy Wells has matured also from their relationship.
Yeah, if you asked which player on this team would take DJ under their wing, one of the last answers you'd get would be Shammy Wells. But it seems like he's turned over a new leaf.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second-chance points.
I don't think the defense has been very good, and right now they're letting them pounce all over them and get second-chance opportunities.
They've got Morris. Shane Larkin is out there with Rozier. Then it's Aaron Baines. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. Those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. Larkin, the pass to Baines. They set the screen. And stolen by DJ. Young against Morris. Young dishes to Iguodala. Kevin, of all the people you've faced, who is the toughest guy for you to score against? Down low, let's pick that geography. Who is the toughest to score against down there?
Listen, I know a lot of people, I've always said Rasheed Wallace, I've always said Tim Duncan. They're probably the two that brought a different level of play out of me. But shout out to Cliff Robinson, man. Cliff Robinson, I don't know if people know this, but Cliff Robinson, man. Cliff Robinson was one of the better defenders in the post. He was very strong. He was very long. He didn't go for any counters. He was very disciplined. He was well prepared because he was a veteran. The refs let him get away with a lot, touching and grabbing. He knew when to be physical in some positions. He knew to do what we call work early. He would meet you at the three-point line, and he would be fighting you, and you would post up probably like a step outside the three-point line. Like, he was really good at some of his techniques and how he was able to control the post. After Cliff left the game, I watched a lot of his tape, and I took a lot of his
no kidding.
I had to, because it was so effective against me that I was able to use it against other post players on the defensive end.
I never knew that story.
Dennis Rodman was another guy I watched a lot. Akeem Olajuwon I watched a lot, because these guys were laterally very similar to my makeup. Akeem Olajuwon was long. He was able to laterally move with you. I was laterally able to move with guards, able to laterally to slide with some of the forwards and some of the more laterally gifted power forwards. And with that, able to get my feet together, being able to block shots, challenge the rim, stuff like that. Things that, if you're going to get better at something, you got to go and reach and find the great ones that did it before you and take it, and then I was able to apply it, and I did those things.
Some changes for Boston. Al Horford, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Gordon Hayward comes in for Marcus Morris. And Smart subbed in for Terry Rozier. Different look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Iguodala. Kevin Durant comes in for Nick Young. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Wells. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that back.
And the basket by Curry.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Kevin, we've all seen the evolution of the perimeter-style offense. Do you think it'll ever go so far that we'll see the game come back to an inside-oriented offensive scheme?
I think right now that with pace being the way it is now, Kev, I don't see it necessarily going through or going back through playing through the post. Although you have to have an alternative. I think that you just can't be all three-pointers and layups. I think you have to have a constant flow of inside-outside. I think it helps to have a post player. I think having a post player or a true post player that can score and dominate the middle opens up threes and opens up ball movement.
You played during the transition too, didn't you? From a grinded-out type of game inside to the spacing that we have now.
I did, and I'd like to say that, you know, Doc Rivers started the small ball, and, you know, we were very, very keen on the small ball. So I think in today's game, you got to be able to shoot the three now and be able to handle the ball and put the ball on the floor and make decisions. So it shows that the game is transformed.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
Kevin, what a lot of fans don't get to see is all the work players do behind the scenes at home, before games, after games, on off days. Can you talk a little bit about that? Getting your body ready from the end of one game to play the next. I mean, I've seen it, but you talk about it.
Yeah, the wellness starts right after you stop playing. The minute you come off the court, you're iced. You know, you got to do progressions where right after the game, you shower. Obviously, you got to get massages. You got to get some type of wellness on your legs, just because you're running so much. People don't know that you have to lift weights. You know, when we was in Boston, we lift every other day. We had a strenuous strength program. Shout out to B-Do. Brian Du, who was our strength coach up there, never let us get a day off. And if you didn't lift weights, then we find you as a players. Players find you. Because it's important for you to come in here and be strong. We need everybody to be as strong as they can be. So you have to lift. And then actually, you know, you practice. But after practice, you have to put time into your own personal game.
Right. So much goes into it. It's amazing. Kevin, it's been said that some guys hated to play against you. Is there someone you hated to play against for whatever reason?
No.
You enjoyed every challenge?
I enjoyed every competitor, because on the offensive side of the ball, I was always challenged when to use counters or what type of moves I was using. I took a lot of pride in having a variety of moves for different types of defenses, and each guy is going to bring out a different side of the offense in you. And then turning around and then being that defender and being able to guard the post player or the post or whatever the post player was or whatever. Rasheed Wallace was always a tough guard. Tim Duncan was always a tough guard. Zach Randolph was always a tough guard. Chris Webber, Dice, Karl Malone.
Great names. Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Irving comes in for Shane Larkin. Kevin, with intentional fouling, with poor free throw shooters being sent to the line, currently the Hacka Drummond, Hacka Shaq, I mean, all this stuff, Hacka DeAndre Jordan. What are your thoughts on all that?
You know what? I like it. You know what it's going to do? It's
part of the strategy?
It's going to put the strategy, and this is part of it. And you know what you got to do? It's going to make all those guys you just named work on their free throw. Because if any advantage that you have in the game, coaches are going to expose it. Coaches are going to expose all weak points, as they should, as any sport, and as any great is going to expose any weaknesses in defenses. He's going to look to expose those things. So this is one of the things that dictates the game, and these guys are going to have to be better. It's going to push them. It's going to make them better players.
Kevin, some of the relatively new rules protecting players, the breakaway, the flagrant 1, the flagrant 2, are you in favor of all this stuff?
I'm in favor for players' health. You know, anything that is going to be detrimental to a player's health, I feel like, you know, the player's health is the first and only obligation. That's all I've ever worried about. You know, foul play, you know, I think every player should always understand it's a way to foul. It's a way to be able to, you know, send a message. But in the heat of the moment, I get it. You know, things happen. But just I hope that all players out there will continue to care about and respect the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And when you watch Marcus Smart, you can see just how strong he can be on the defensive end. Why do you think, KG, he is such an impactful defender?
Marcus Smart, he rarely gambles. If you watch him play defense, he's very solid. He takes up space, you know, when these point guards.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in complete command. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after. as we begin the second half. First half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a teams changing it up here.
나 예상돼야 돼?
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Durant, the sharpshooters at the 2 and the 3. DJ out there with Green, and it's Curry in at the 1.
Well, the defense is doing its job. It's just not affecting Curry. How good is this guy on the offensive end?
Horford sets a screen for Irving. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kevin Durant.
Clearly a foul.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Larkin, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Very quietly, Irving is one of the best free throw shooters in the NBA and has been over the years.
Curry kicks to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 7 points for Draymond Green.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. The Celtics making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Here's Larkin. 5 points in the game. Irving for 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Such a wide open look. And that's now 11 points for Steph Curry.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Morris passes to Irving. The feed now to Hayward. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Hayward's got 11 in the second half.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Green left side. Over Morris. DJ dishes to Green. Outside for Curry. They shoot again. And oh boy. There, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
How good is Green at drawing solid contact? He plays with a ton of heart. He's really good at making the defense commit.
Terry Rozier's checked in for Larkin. Good on the second free throw. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And I was impressed with how comfortable they looked in that environment, made the most of their possessions.
They were extremely efficient, Greg. They ran their offense well and took good high percentage shots.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Boston.
Well, Gordon Hayward can contribute in any phase of the game. He shoots it obviously well. He can rebound the basketball. He's a terrific passer. And maybe the thing you like most, Kev, is his love for the game. You know, he clearly made adjustments at halftime. Smooth offense right now.
They set the pick. Here's Rozier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The shot, no good. Great tee that time from Green.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Curry on the wing. Jacks up a 3. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Curry's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Boy, the ability to pull the trigger so quickly. Steph Curry doesn't even appear to set himself. If it's a clean catch, he's getting that shot off.
Here's Irving. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low. And DJ throws it down.
Oh, Kev, DJ's playing all the hits tonight, and they simply can't stop the music.
Can't stop the music.
Now timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, you can't let this kind of run continue. Really need to go back to the basics.
No, exactly. I think it's impossible to let this momentum continue. Let's see what they can come up with in the timeout.